So, over 60% of Gen Z men are single, and intimacy is at a 30-year low across both genders.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, once again back at Angry Guys channel. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, as we are getting close to ending 2025, very close as a matter of fact. I don't know if this will be uploaded before or after 2025, but I'm recording this on the 29th of December of 2025. But the point is, we are going to be commentating yet another video from Man Guy. And this one is called, It's Over for This Generation. Millions of men have given up and the numbers will grow. So, yeah, you know how bad the dating market is for the average man these days, right? And it's only gonna get worse, unfortunately. So, it's the reality a lot of us has to accept. But at the same time, you shouldn't give up hope on finding someone to love, because eventually God will have someone. And I know that's cheesy. I know that this is something not even I want to hear sometimes, because I was kind of depressed about this whole thing in the morning. But it's true, you know, I have to be patient with God. Sometimes I don't understand why it takes me longer than others to get a girl. But you know what? That's pretty much the most sane thing I can do, and just focus on my hobbies, focus on my productivity and what I have to do in my life. And I'm working on that. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, if you like videos like this, be sure to click the like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to it so you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos on Angry Guy's channel, so you will not miss any new videos from him ever again. And also, you check out his Rumble right here. Yep. So his Rumble page in the description below, where Angry Guy does not hold back on his cusses. There is no censorship there whatsoever in comparison to YouTube, the censor station. And you can also check out the Creator Academy if you want to take action on your life and be able to know how you could create your own online hustle today using YouTube as leverage, because times are tough. If you're just depending on a 9-to-5 job and you lose the job soon, you could be homeless within a few months or a few weeks. So if you are really worried about this possibility and you think that this will help you, you could sign up today. There's a free creator blueprint also, so you don't have anything to lose by at least checking it out. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started on this commentary, shall we? This commentary is going to be crazy. I don't know if I'm going to commentate on the entire video, because I have a certain limit how long I'm going to do my commentary in these videos. But yeah, we're going to do quite a bit of it, and we'll see where this is going. So yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Something that I need to say. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected, when it's like, bruh, like, just take a freaking chance. I am tired, sick and tired of this, excuse my language, but this pussy energy.
I want to be approached. I definitely want to be approached. I would love nothing more than a guy to approach me, to have the balls to come up and say, hey, how are you?
Genuine.
You know why a lot of guys does not approach you women these days? It's because of the fear, and it's justified. Because you gotta be someone that they are already attracted to for this to work. Because if you're someone who's average looking, someone who is not that confident, they come up to a woman and they say, hey, hello, how are you doing? But she doesn't find you attractive, or she finds you creepy, that could risk your reputation to a point where they could file for harassment just by saying hi. And that's ridiculous, honestly. Like, this reality. So that's pretty crazy that you have to walk on eggshells when you're trying to approach a woman. I mean, a lot of men out there secretly would have loved for a woman to approach them and see how they're doing, especially if they see that he is alone. But that's not reality today for the most part, sadly. You have to approach the woman. Men are expected to approach the woman, but the problem with approaching is that if you're not good enough looking for a woman, or you come up as creepy and stuff, yeah, that's the reaction you're gonna get, and it's not really your fault. You tried your best to approach them naturally, right? Because that's what most people try to do. They try to approach them naturally, but they get demonized by approaching if they don't fit their status quo. And yeah, you will get gossip and accused. Men just don't want to take these risks anymore. And women are wondering why they don't approach them and say, oh, please approach me. You guys are scared and you guys are cowards. And they don't realize the reason why they do not approach, the reason why they will probably be scared, is because they're trying to protect their reputation. Not because they don't like you, but because their reputation is probably on the line. Or they know that something may go wrong and could get them arrested potentially. That's how bad that is. Let's continue.
Question for you guys. What happened to men being the pursuers? Y'all don't chase anymore.
One thing I just genuinely do not understand is why guys don't approach girls anymore, like while they're out at the bar. Maybe guys just don't approach me and that's like a personal problem I need to address at a later date.
All right, y'all. Here's a question. Why men don't approach women anymore? Glad you asked. Let's get into it, family. Happy Saturday, everybody. Number one, the fear of rejection. Women today, as we know, have some unrealistic standards. Some women. Unless he has a six-pack, six figure, and is 6 feet, you can't talk to him. Number two, it's not just about the fear of rejection. For some men, it's the fear of being labeled a creep or a predator because the man that's approaching you isn't your type. So because he's interested in you.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. That is exactly why men don't want to approach women as much as before. I mean, even I'm not into approaching women like that. Like random women on the street, not the best way to approach, especially girls at the mall, where they're not there to actually look for friendship or relationship. They're just there to do their routine, buy what they need to buy, and then leave. They're not there to, sadly, connect with people. You know, these third places, you know, these malls used to be good third places before cell phones was a thing. Yeah, before smartphones was a thing, better yet. Yeah, before, back in the day, people would gather in malls so they could like socialize, they could share ideas, and they could meet new people. But now most people don't even do that anymore because there's so much fear in social media, society, and everything about people approaching them. And this is never going to change back to the way it was. There's no going back from this technology anymore. It's just going to get worse and worse. So that's the problem there. And the men are being a lot more cautious these days because they saw what happened whenever they try to approach many women. They get in a lot of trouble, rather be legally, rather be morally. It's a lot of factors that goes against the men today that it's no wonder why they're not confident to approach them. Honestly, I would definitely understand that because when I used to approach women in conventions for a photo shoot, for example, trying to be myself, trying to open up, meeting new people, it was a fun experience until a couple of people ruined everything. When they think that they feel uncomfortable with me and they have to go spread the word, and now like a lot of these people goes against me. And now I don't even want to approach them anymore because I don't want to be hurt like that again. And a lot of other men in different situations, they all experience this type of crap. This whole thing ruined the excitement of you meeting new people out there. Like, oh, you just tell them, oh, just go out more, talk to people and stuff. It's not that easy. If you don't approach them naturally, people will get creeped out and they will justify being able to report you and label you as someone who is harassing them. Even though it's not true, they don't care about evidence and stuff. They just care about the women's pride. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we gotta protect ourselves. Because it's so easy these days to have your reputation ruined because of these people.
He agreed. Come on now. Number three, online dating, which has made it so men don't have to get rejected in person. Number four, social media. Now you can just run up in somebody's DM. You don't have to have communication skills. I think all this technology and everything has made our communication skills terrible, y'all. Terrible. And last, we've seen how women will reject men in unnecessarily rude ways. It's okay to not be interested, to try to embarrass them. Y'all, we gotta stop.
You tiptoeing? Ick. Short king's nothing. Oh my god, that is so disgusting. God. You just open the door for me? Ew. Ick. This is 1955? Bro's a gentleman. Disgusting. God. Ready? Yeah. Oh my god, 2 hands? Oh my god. This guy cannot drive. Ew. Ick. Ick. Ick.
Yeah, well, I bring an umbrella.
You're using an umbrella? I remember when men was men. Oh my god, what is this? I need a man. I need a man!
Thank you very much.
Did you just blow your soup? Ew! Eck! Soft man! Soft man! Soft man! Ew!
I actually not sure exactly what I want yet.
Ew! Indecisive! Ick! No testosterone found! No testosterone found!
I mean, as funny as these memes are that we just saw, you probably notice how sensitive a lot of women are these days. And that's probably no exaggeration. I'm pretty sure there's women out there that's just like him. It's just like the actors, like, you make one little mistake around women like this that are not satisfied with anything in life, and they're gonna blame you harshly. And they're gonna make you look like a laughing stock. So once I notice that, once I detect that from a woman, I don't want to talk to her anymore. If she doesn't apologize and stuff, I don't want nothing to do with that type of behavior. Because come on, man, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all have compassion. And then these women expect us to be a certain way, and we don't even know how they will react. So it's like, sheesh. I just don't understand some people. Some people just really are rude for no good reason. For the most stupidest things, honestly.
You take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. The fuck? They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman.
Here we go, guys. Into the fray. Always be a gentleman. Never be a lady. As a Man Guide viewer once commented, you need to make a second internet to store all of the icks women collect on a daily basis. But if we're honest with ourselves, as real men naturally are, the only ick that can be put on the list is the modern woman. And I think this is a perfect example to start us off here. It ties in with what I've been saying for weeks now. These chicks aren't women, and they sure as hell aren't, although they try to be, men. They're children, plain and simple.
I mean, yeah, that definitely sums it up right. Of what this guy said. These women have not matured. They are not there in their minds. They are spoiled. The parents did a horrible job with these women growing up. They spoiled the living crap out of this woman, and she thinks that she's entitled to everything that the man offers her without gratifying and appreciating what the man does for her. When you see stuff like that, I'm like, get me away from this woman. I'm no simp to these type of women at all. Once I notice that little sign, you're done. I'm not gonna waste my time with women like you. Heck to the no. So, yeah. That sums it about right. Modern women are not really women. They are a liability. Actual women actually takes accountability for their action. Actually tries to look out for the man. Actually tries to make the man happy. Actually tries to empathize with them. And very likely she'll get the same energy back from the man. Because a man loves a woman that has empathy, that are understanding, that are respectful, that are caring, all that good stuff. We men prefer women like that. But now there's not a lot of these women out there to go around. That's why there's a lot of men that are literally forced to be single, to be alone, to be isolated, to not have a chance at intimacy. It's ridiculous, honestly.
This lady definitely can't cook. That's just a fact. But she's taken it a step further, asking that her dates cut her steak for her. I want to say this is unhinged, but at this point, we need another word for that. The top comments are, ain't nobody taking her loud self nowhere. LMAO, how old are 3? I'm not cutting no grown woman's steak, unless you're injured. I didn't know that they sell steaks at KFC. I wish your father loved you, whoever he might be. I really wish they all made it this easy to see who they really are. I'm on board with most of these, but I gotta...
Oh yeah, there's another thing I want to add as well. A lot of these women that are spoiled and stuff were probably not grown with fathers. Probably disrespected her father. Probably had their parents divorced and stuff like that. Which kind of breaks the women in a way that they think that they're superior to men. Not their fault initially. The mother should have done it better. But the problem is, a lot of these women does not respect their dads. And when you get to that situation where the woman actually talks down to her dad without actual justification, like, I can understand if the father was abusive towards her, if the father was breaking her, or anything like that, then I can understand your feelings and your frustration. But don't get your frustration and take it out on just any man that comes out like you're saying that every man is bad. Because not every man are like that dad, that abusive dad. So I'm just saying.
Address the fourth comment here. Brother, she definitely didn't have a father figure. The stats don't lie. Next clip.
One time I went and had an Uber pick me up. He was super hot. So I was like, hey, like, do you want to have sex? And he pulled over and he was like, totally, right? And then he sucked, right? He sucked.
He was scared.
So I got out of the vehicle and then I complained and was like, so I wouldn't have to pay. So then this other Uber driver pulls up and then I tell him about the experience. And I'm like, I just fucked my last Uber driver and he was so shitty. You know, I had to cancel. I didn't say like some bullshit happened, you know, so I didn't have to pay. And this guy's like, okay, cool. Like, well, do you want to like give me a blow? I was like, okay, sure. Why not? And then I give him a blow all the way from LA to Huntington Beach. And then I got out of the car and he's like, don't worry, I won't charge you. And then the motherfucking charged me.
City boy! City boy!
This clip keeps falling into circulation, and I definitely have words to describe what's going on here. In an effort to stay monetized, I'll leave it to our viewers to provide examples. Western women are always talking about being a prize, but is it even a prize if you don't have to do anything to earn it? Is it a prize if they will just hop into a random Uber to polish someone off? I seriously don't think I need to answer that. Here are some comments. Feminist fought for this. And women wonder why men question body counts. As a father to a girl, we are doing our utmost not to produce this. Women hate red pill, but these same women give fodder for the red pill to exist. Can't make this up. Daddy must be proud. Hashtag body count matters. Once again, people, Daddy wasn't there. As for the man with a daughter, I just have two words for you. Move.
I'm pretty sure that if it was an actual dad that cares for her daughter and wants her to grow into a naturally fine looking woman who respects, who has compassion towards other men, who treats others with respect, yeah. If the father actually cared for that and make sure that the woman is actually a decent human being, then that father would have remained with her and she would accept the father. Those are the type of woman I'm looking for, to be honest. A woman that is actually very respectful, very caring, looks up to her dad, looks up to her mom as well, of course. And a lot of these positive stuff, like, if I notice that a woman does not respect any of her parents or her uncles or her aunts or grandparents or whatever, or even her brothers or sisters or nieces or whatever, then that is a red flag right there. That is where you have to say you gotta be very careful when approaching this woman, because very likely if she treats her own family with disrespect, if you fall out of line, she will definitely treat you with disrespect as well. And trust me, you do not want to be in that situation.
Western women are a product of their environment. If you raise them in a place like LA, the problems are almost inevitable. For the love of God, pack your bags, get on a plane, and make for the nearest country that still has traditions and values. The soil in the West is toxic. Nothing female will grow here for some time. Moving on.
What's your expectation?
Princess treatment.
Princess treatment.
Yeah, I'm not too hard to deal with.
All right.
The frequent dates, going out to eat, the romantic surprises, occasionally like the flowers, you know, like making sure everything is good in the house, like if I need anything.
Sure.
Not too much.
Question for you on that. So if that's what's expected of the guy, what's expected of you?
Oh. I don't know. I never...
You heard that correctly, right? You analyzed what just happened here, right? So, she has a lot of things she's asking for. She claims that it is not much that she's asking for. But when they ask her, what is expected of you? What is the man expected for you to be? And then she doesn't have any answers for that. Which means that she doesn't really consider herself to want to please the man. Like her expectation of a man pleasing her, being spoiled by the man. But she's not gonna return the favor to the man after all the hard work. That alone, even me, someone who's still learning about this thing, someone who barely is in any relationships whatsoever, noticed that. And I'm like, nope, that's a red flag. I do not want nothing to do with that. So yeah, you get the idea. So you really gotta fend for yourself. You really gotta prepare yourself financially, emotionally, and make sure that you're in a position where you won't be helpless whenever this whole society collapses. Yeah, so Angry's Creator Academy may help you a little bit on that. Let's roll it. Hello everyone, Magbo reporting once again. You know, these days in this crazy economy, hard times are already here. Jobs are disappearing fast, and if you lose yours today, you could be homeless within a few months or even a few weeks, but it doesn't have to be that way for you. Check out Angry's Creator Academy and learn how to build your own online business using YouTube to grow it, and get the free creator blueprint when you sign up. The link's in the description below. Go check it out now. Definitely worth checking out. Trust me.
So, over 60% of Gen Z men are single, and intimacy is at a 30-year low across both genders. So if you look at this graph right here, you see about 30% of US adults are single. But if you go to the men age 18 through 29, that goes to 63%, compared to women in that same age group at 34%. What's going on here? After reading the article, no one fucking knows. They try to personalize it saying men can choose differently, but ultimately it's a societal issue as the statistics indicate that. Men can do things differently, but if such a large portion of men are training in a certain way, it's a societal issue. But what do y'all think about this? Do men need to seek relationships at a young age right now, or should they just sit back and focus on themselves? Let me know.
One simple reason why so many men are leaving the dating game. Men have seen behind the curtain. The jig is up. You're either a beggar or a chooser. You're one or the other. Okay, that's your place in the dating market. You're either a backup plan or a plan A, a number one option. Do you get rejected? Do you get left on red? You know, do you have people canceling plans on you, not wanting to be with you? Do you find yourself chasing and begging? You're a backup plan. People never say no to you. You know, do women always drop what they're doing to come see you? Do they hit you up asking you if they can come over to your place? Do they always respond back to your text messages? Well, you're a primary option. And obviously it's not rocket science here. Social media came around and showed us what's really going on. You know, it wasn't in your face before. You didn't see it. You know, those women, those Plan B women, didn't have to go on Facebook or Instagram and see the jock that's 6'4" that used to give her piggyback rides at the park, you know, before he would knock her socks off, only to have Plan B worship her feet later on. You know, but now she has to roll on Facebook when she's with the guy she's with and see this guy. And he's even taller. He's even more jacked. He's even richer. He's even more handsome. So now she sees what could have been. And men, same thing, right? You know, they all want to hook up with the hot women. You know, the facade of people settling for each other they don't actually want to be with is over with. And the average guy realizes that.
Two types of guys in the dating market in 2025. We have the copers, the guys who've given up. They're not even trying at all. They've given up on the game, and they're just sitting at home playing Xbox, hanging out with their mates, not even approaching women, and they've given up. And now we have the triers, the doers, the guys who get rejected, they get back up. Rejection, any type of rejection, doesn't matter. They on to the next, and they pick up their pieces, and these are the guys who will succeed in dating. Because no matter how many women reject them, how many cold approaches go wrong, how many girls ghost them on text, they will go again. And these are the guys that you have to be in order to succeed in 2025 dating. Because it is rough out here in 2025. Women have hundreds of options if they go on dating apps. Loads of guys simping over them, so you have to stand out. And even if you do stand out, you'll still be getting rejected. So yeah, the biggest thing in dating is to get back up and keep trying and overcome the fear of rejection. Happened to myself. I'm very confident in myself, but I'll be DMing women in the past on Instagram, and obviously no guy in the world has a 100% success rate, but many women will ignore my text message. I'll approach women. Many women will ignore my approach, reject me. But the main thing is that I did not give up. I carried on, put the reps in, approached every single day, and cold DM'd every single day, always improving my photos, and this is a guaranteed formula for success. And yeah, there have been guys who I've tried to help in the past, friends of mine, brothers, relatives, and I've told them, look, you need to do this, that, and the other. Improve your Instagram profile, approach every day, and guess what happens? 1 or 2 rejections go, and they just totally give up. So yeah, they're just destined to fail, and they can keep coping. But it's good news for us guys who are trying, who get rejected and carry on, because we can easily destroy the competition. Even the good looking guys right now, they're literally settling for like 4 out of 10 women, 5 out of 10 women, when they're like a 6 or 7 out of 10 man. So yeah, nobody's trying. So if you do try and dating and you know what works and you keep hammering it down, you're going to smash it, guys, and steal everyone else's future wife.
Okay, guys, so let's continue with the commentary and see what else we can say about this.
I'll never understand why this guy has a notepad. The answer she gave was so simple and dismissible. Regardless, this is one of those clips that perfectly defines the princess-queen paradigm, an immense desire for everything, while giving nothing of value in return. These chicks want to be wined and dined like they're wearing a tiara made of diamonds, even though the outfit is usually just fishnets and a skirt that would make a stripper blush. Really, the fact that she has no answer for how she's going to reciprocate says everything you need to know about dating her. Here are the comments. She wants a dad, not a husband. That is what you get, guys. Me. Not too hard to deal with. She could have just said, be nice to him, listen, and support him.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this whole thing. She wants another dad. She wants a dad her age so the dad could take care of her for the rest of her life. Yeah, because you know that your dad's older than you, the daughter, for example. Yeah, dads are always going to be older than their daughters. 100 trillion times %. So the dad's going to eventually die. She's still going to keep going. She's probably be maybe her 50s or something before her dad dies. Maybe 60s, I don't know. So who else is she gonna turn to once dad is gone? Well, here's the thing as well, like, she actually could work for her own money, but she doesn't want to share it with the man. She wants the man to work for her as well. She works for her own money, but she doesn't want to share. And you want a dad? Yeah, you want a dad your age. Ironically. Around your age, and you want to make sure that you're taken care for until you die, and he's still there. That's the possibility right there. But you do not want to offer anything to the man. You want that man to be your freaking slave. You want the man to pamper you, but offer nothing in return. Yet, you know, what's funny is that there are times in the future where a daughter is established and everything, and out of the kindness of her heart, she tries to help her dad in any way she can. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes the daughters that are very successful, they try to buy her dad's retirement. Yes, that's the thing as well. So what she is in that level, she's in a level worse than a father-daughter relationship. Let's continue.
Do activities with him, join his family, maybe cook for him, talk to him. Can't even look me in both eyes talking. To the second to last one here, she could have said that, but there's no current reality where she would do any of these things, and any possible activity a woman like this provides will be fleeting if not completely non-existent. Another one.
I don't need them.
You talk to him
so
like this?
That's why it's important for him to be that kind of partner for me.
Do you talk to him like this?
Like what?
Like how you talking to us right now. Do you talk to him like that?
You over talking.
Yeah,
tell me a lot of women.
Yeah, tell me you talk to him like
I'm
that.
gonna tell you something.
And you expect him to be a ride or die for you.
Can I say this? I ain't gonna say a lot of women.
You.
I was sitting here listening. There's no way in the fuck, because I done dealt with this.
Mm-hmm,
There's no way in the fuck. I'm gonna sit here and take you serious when you doing this shit to me. I got a mama. Or had. I don't need another mama. I need a partner.
Yeah.
My partner in business or anything ain't gonna talk to me fucked up. And
yeah, that's another thing to think about as well. Like, I got my mom already. She loves me. I love her. She takes care of me. I take care of her and all that stuff. But yeah, when she was raising me, I have to go under the mom's authority, right? As a child. So when I want a girlfriend, when I want a wife, I don't want her to act like my mom completely. I mean, in some situations, I guess that's fine because he wants to take care of me and stuff. You know, a lot of good nurturing stuff. But if it's someone that's nagging, my mom doesn't really nag, but, you know, I'm just saying. When someone is, like, nagging to you and telling you what you need to do and all that stuff, that's not a partner to me. That's just someone trying to be bossy, trying to dominate me. And I do not want a dominant woman. Heck to the no. Nope. If I notice any signs of it, I'm leaving right away. Because honestly, if this woman really cares about you, she will listen to what you have to say. She will try to work things out with you. She will try to understand you, and then you reciprocate and do the same for the woman. I do not reciprocate to anyone unless they deserve it. So better be careful with who you end up with. Always notice the early signs of these women, because yeah, you want a partner, someone to support your dreams, someone to accompany you, and have a woman that tells you you can do it. I have faith in you. Keep going no matter how long it takes. I'm here to support you. That gives you motivation to improve because you don't want to let them down, but at the same time, you want the foundation to stay healthy. And unconditional love is really rare these days, honestly. Like, there's a lot of these women, these modern women these days, they're conditional love. Conditional. So if you fall out of line, if you do something she doesn't like, if you say something against what she believes, or if you say something like a mistake or whatever, go against you. She could dump you for somebody else. Yeah, and you have no idea how much I had female friends doing that to me. Thankfully, it wasn't that deep. They were never my wives, they were never even my girlfriends for the most part. And early on, they revealed their true colors. And I feel like I wasted my time, but at least I don't have that financial responsibility to continue on with her stuff. Like if you were married to her and having children with her and stuff. Yeah, it's ridiculous, honestly.
Make me feel this big.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to touch on something you said earlier. I'm glad you went in like that. I want to touch on something you just said a few minutes ago. We're getting here.
Yeah.
We're getting here.
First of all, I don't want y'all to think that by me bringing that up, I'm talking down on my man. I'm using it as an example because I know that's how a nigga would do. A nigga would take the slightest little thing you say and try to make like I'm trying to belittle my man in front of here. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I am doing though is making sure you understand that when a woman has a vision and a plan for where she want to go in her life, she don't need a man telling her, oh no, you don't need to go on
stage. She can do it in the inside voice.
She don't need to go on stage.
She can talk in the inside voice.
Yeah, what's wrong with the regular voice?
She can talk in the regular.
An inside voice is the least of this chick's problems. Growing up in the West, the guys and I would...
It is so unhealthy for you to be arguing about pointless things with some woman and they don't even leave you a space to talk. They do not let you speak your mind. They're not good listeners. They're just rude. They want to dominate and take over the conversation. Yeah, this is what these things lead to. And if it leads to divorce, well, they're pretty immature to handle it this way. And, well, you know, in romance relationship, they have all the powers. Like, I got to know a woman a long time. She has to prove that she is worth it, that she is actually who she says she is, and she is not backstabbing me whatsoever. So I'll be chatting to ChatGPT a bazillion times to make sure that all the signs that a woman is doing with me is actually a material where, okay, so this woman's worth it, or okay, it's not worth it. Because every little sign, I'll go to ChatGPT and seek some guidance. Because I get a lot of answers from this bot. Like, you can't fool me anymore. I'm not gonna, like, take your word for it as I used to. I gotta be careful. If you know what I mean, you know. Some people would pretend to be nice, and that's a lot of women. Yeah, so let's commentate a little bit more, and then we'll get to the conclusion.
Occasionally see a guy being completely obliterated verbally by chicks like this, and it was always really difficult to understand why. Not the crazy chick part, but how anyone could tolerate such a thing. Progressives would brush it off, saying with a laugh that the man had the patience of a saint, but there's nothing saintly about being steamrolled. Nothing noble about debasing yourself for a woman who won't even let you get a word in. So the top comments are, when you start yelling, I stop listening. All that yelling is crazy, and the fact that she couldn't even hear him out without overtaking him proves him absolutely right. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, you can't make this shit up. They wonder why. She seems like a very calm person and an easygoing person. Yep, a real Zen monk from the mountains. Buddha in a dress. It actually would be pretty entertaining to see Kevin go toe-to-toe with this chick. I have no doubt he'd have the skills to silence her in the most immaculate way possible. Rest in peace, man. Moving on.
I think shaming men on things that they can change is great. I think shaming them on things that they can't is just good to bring yourself a laugh. Not to be rude, but...
And make them insecure.
And make them insecure.
Ultimately.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think to an extent,
You think it's a good thing to make men insecure about something that's...
But a man should be like he should respect himself enough to not let what I say or what anyone else say
See, women have this privilege of like...
Oh no, hell no. If you disrespect me like that, how the heck are you gonna expect me to respect myself to the point that I could tolerate your BS? If I respect myself, I will not tolerate the exact opposite. I will not tolerate her BS. Like, real talk here. Like, I respect myself enough to not get into these type of toxic relationship, but on very early signs to avoid having a dark future with women that wants to destroy your freaking life if you do not spot these early signs at the moment, early on in the relationship. So, this video, hopefully it can wake up a lot of men that's watching this. And hopefully it can help some of you guys to realize, yes, if I notice these signs, this is a red flag, and I want to not waste time with them. And sometimes people don't realize it until it's way too late or later on in the relationship. And there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of regrets and all that stuff going on, so you get the idea. So, if you want to watch the rest of the video, I'll leave the link in the description below for this guy's video, plus the link to his channel, so you could go and support Man Guide. This was a very interesting video, honestly. And it does explain on a lot of the modern women behavior in today's society, how they expect the man to do everything for them and she reciprocates nothing in return. So if you notice any signs of that, and yeah, I am gonna train myself to continue to notice it a lot quicker, because I'm not gonna marry any woman like that. Like, for real. But it's kind of hard today because sometimes they act so nice, they act so perfect, they're good with their family and stuff, and then suddenly something happens that breaks them, and then it kind of like surprises you, and it's not even your fault. And yet you're paying the ultimate price if that ever happens. Something that's out of your control. That's what's scary about being married today. You gotta make sure this woman is actually there for your benefit, actually wants to improve your life, to be a partner with you, to support your dreams. Because if you don't notice any signs of that, or you know that they're pretending to be like that, and then later on they're gonna backstab you and all that stuff, like, for real, I'm like, oh my lord. This is why I am scared to get married. And I'm sure a lot of other men are afraid of getting married. I don't blame them. Like, these women are getting way too entitled, way too narcissistic and stuff. Like, for real. If you agree with this video, be sure to click the like, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and be sure to click the bell next to it so you'll be notified whenever Angry Guy uploads any new videos on your device as well. And it could definitely help the video to reaching more people that needs education on this type of situation, so they do not get fooled whenever they marry to a woman that's not for them. Bring more awareness to these men, because we're here to look out for you guys, honestly. We don't want you to fall into a relationship that you will regret forever. Also, be sure to check out Angry Guy at Rumble as well. If you want to hear Angry Guy not holding back in his cusses, he literally will say what is in his mind. There is more freedom of speech. And also you can check out the Creator Academy as well in the description below. If you want to learn how to make your own online business today using YouTube as leverage, using YouTube to make videos that could promote your business, whatever you want to do. There is also a free blueprint, so if you want to check it out, no pressure, check it out in the description below. Hopefully it will help, and maybe you'll decide you could stick with it long term and see how it goes. Anyways, before I go, check out my channel at Magbo Gaming if you're into video game related videos. Me trashing on Nintendo as of late, top 10 videos, game hunting, all that good stuff. So if you like content like that, you can check out my channel in the description below as well. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I hope you all enjoy. Have a good night. I hope you all have a happy New Year's 2026. And I'm looking forward to see what it brings to us in 2026 next year. Not sure if this video is going to show up for 2026 or after. Angry Guy decides that. So either ways, I hope you enjoy and happy 2026. See you all in the next one. Magbo out. Peace. Bye-bye.